if you're new to my broadcast, then you should know that I hold a daily broadcast between the hours of 2:15 and 3 p.m. and I talk about any subject that is relevant to the day, and usually I deal with social media management, online marketing, home-based business entrepreneur, and that kind of juice. On Tuesdays though, I hold a special live show that's all about lifestyle, fun, freedom, fulfillment, travel. So today we're talking about how to go and visit and see any destination like a local. The only way to enjoy a destination, the only way to see that place with the real authentic, to live authentic, is to see a place like a local would. So traveling, here's the thing. Traveling to any country for the first time can be daunting, literally, especially if you do it, say, if you go to travel for work-related purposes, or you're going on a business trip, or you're going for a conference. You might not get the time to do that destination like a local. You might get an hour or two here in between to go have a quick route of shopping, and out you go. Or you might be given a day off to go out and do stuff. I know for sure that when I go for, say, my company related events, we literally have 3 days of sheer hardcore sharing, immersing ourselves in inspiration, learning, and all that good juice. So we don't really get time to go see that local area. So I always create at least a day, at least a minimum of 24 hours to go out there and just hit that local area and get to know what makes it good, what makes the people exciting, what's that good food that people in that area eat, what is the local delicacy that I should try. At least try one thing in one place and know you had a taste of that place. I've got a friend who says that her biggest dream is to do a handstand on every beach around the globe. Now, I have no idea how she's going to achieve that, because with over 200 countries on the globe, and each of those countries holding different beaches, because even lakes have beaches, even rivers have beaches, it is difficult to achieve that. But hey, I think she has the right idea about life. Hey, Lori, how are you doing? Welcome to this broadcast. Good afternoon. It's afternoon over here in the UK. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Julie Kalunji. I'm based in the UK. I'm a mom of two. Love my life. I work from home. I love to travel, and I love to teach and to share the means and ways that I've been able to live the life I live. I live a life of abundance. And abundance is here. I'm sure you know abundance is in your mind. And when you live abundantly, it doesn't matter what the surrounding and the environment says, you are living a happy life. Thank you for those hearts and those likes. If you're getting value, please do continue to give me some of those. Then I know I'm not doing a monologue. I'm having a dialogue. So thank you. Thank you for sharing as well. If you share, do please drop in the comments below that you've shared so I can give you a shout out. Thank you, Lori. You are a rock star. So, of course, visiting iconic sites is what most people want to do when they go visiting places. They want to do the touristy thing, and that's absolutely fine as well. But you want to also do what the locals would do and literally see that place through the eyes of a local. Like I said, live authentic. Now, so if, for instance, if you went to Australia, you want to see the Great Barrier Reef. You want to go see the, what's it called? The Uluru. You want to go to all those places that people want. You want to see that waterside, iconic building that people love to see in Australia. If you go to Kampala, you want to go see different places. I don't know, what would you like to see when you go to Kampala? I'll tell you. If I went to Kampala, I'd like to go out of Kampala and go see places like the CP Falls, see the Nile source, go and see some people whitewater rafting. I am just too much of a chicken to go whitewater rafting. Can you believe that? And I absolutely would not do bungee jumping anywhere in the world. Period. Traveling, you love traveling. Absolutely, I love it, Iko. I know that if I stay in one place for more than 3 months, I start to get grumpy. I start to feel like there's something missing. I've got itchy legs. I don't know about anybody else. I mean, I don't get it about people that stay in one place for years and don't even visit their local iconic sites. There are people who live in cities and they don't even know the local attractions. That's a big pity. It really is. Like I was saying, in Uganda, go to Murchison Falls, go and spend a night in Mwea Lodge, go see those orangutans. Do you know the Big Five in East Africa? East Africa is famous for the Big Five, and yet there are people who live in area codes 256, 254, 25, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. So what I have in mind for you is really three very simple things you can do to live like a local in any destination, even if it's for 24 hours. Number two, you've got to plan ahead. Obviously, you don't live in that neighborhood, so you don't know what do the locals do. Just go to Uncle Google. Uncle Google is very good with that information. Go and Google, what do the locals do in Kampala? What do the locals do in New Zealand? What do the locals do in Karamoja? What do the locals do in Liverpool? I kid you not, you'll get the most weird, fanciful, some are really funny ideas what do locals do. And they'll also tell you, you'll also find some really well-structured things about what locals do in those areas. So they'll tell you, where do locals go for dinner? Where do locals go for fun? Where do they have a pint? Where do they go to swim? Where all those things, that whatever your interest is, if you learn what the locals do, you will go and enjoy it like a local does. So the first thing to remember is the terrain. You want to understand the weather of the destination you're going to so that you go with the right and appropriate clothing for that area. Otherwise, you could go if you want to go to Switzerland and you want to go skiing and you go in your summer outfits, you're going to freeze your knuckles to death. So you want to dress appropriately for your destination, and you want to know the weather, because it does get summer in Switzerland. So you might go in the summer and you might be good to go. Thank you, James. But hey, Maggie, how are you doing? But the weather depends on where you are. So you want to pack for the weather. You also want to, if you're going somewhere where it is roasting and you are coming from a place that's winter, say you're coming from Finland, and it's not as warm, and you go somewhere like, where can I say, you go to Egypt, and you go with your Finnish clothes, you're going to roast like heck, and you probably itch like heck as well, because when you get hot, you get itchy. So with that in mind, research the weather, research the cultures. There is nothing more it saddens me when I see people disrespecting the cultures of the places they visit, having gone there deliberately to visit. Thank you. Good to know you're okay, honey, Maggie. The thing is, when you go to a new place, you are the foreigner. So you want to do as the locals do. When you're in Rome, cliched as it may sound, do as the Romans do. That means find out there are not many things that you want to learn, the things that the locals would frown on, and you want to know the things that would get those locals with the big huge smile on their faces. Italians are very good too. They do a lot of gestures, they like a lot of huggies and a lot of but they frown on a few things. So you want to learn things that the locals would frown on or would be excited about. And therefore, you know what to do to get that local giving you that bargain you want when you go to buy some stuff. Learn a few phrases, some common phrases. If you go to Your Power Echoes with Jules Carl on SoundCloud, that's my podcast, you'll find a short podcast that I did about phrases you should know if you're heading on to East Africa, some in Swahili, some in the local dialect that are my mother tongue, Luganda. So if you're heading to area code 256, which is Uganda, Kampala, Jinja, wherever, those parts, you would have a few basic phrases that you can download onto your music player, your phone, so you can listen over and over and get the way it's said. That will really impress the locals. So it might be a good thing to say, if you're going to a country that is sporty, get fit, find the sports that are done, learn a few bits about those things so you can hold a conversation with a local and get them excited about talking to you. Because some people will raise a conversation with you thinking, yeah, a tourist as usual. And they do like to frown on tourists, locals, because tourists sad as it may be, come across as arrogant and mistreat the ecosystem that they go to and leave a ton of dirt and don't care. So you don't want to be that person. You want to be a traveler that cares, an eco-traveler, someone who cares about the environment that you are enjoying now because somebody that lived before you looked after it and left it the way you found it. So you want to do that for you and for the future generation. Wherever you go, do not litter. Do not litter. Now, in some places, you may find that the locals do litter, but when you go into the tourist areas, you'll find them sparkling clean in most cases. Now this is no slight to us Brits, but we are not a very clean people. Brits are kind of dirty. We are, seriously. So we kind of leave mess everywhere you go. So don't be that person. So if you're heading to Melbourne, why don't you learn about cricket? You know, cricket, the game, not cricket, the animals or the creatures, but cricket, the game. Get yourself interested in cricket. You're going to, you'll find that the Aussies are sporty. They love to play sports. They love games, and they will be very excited to receive you if you talk about cricket. Now, if you're heading to Uganda, I kid you not, people are crazy about European football. Don't know why, but they are. So learn what the locals are interested in so you can hold a conversation with a local person. So if you go to India, learn about their cultures. One half of PK Juleswell went to India for a month. And during that time, they didn't learn a single Indian word. I was like, you spent a month in India and you didn't learn some of that local dialect? What were you doing? And it was like, I was busy working, do that. Spend some time with the locals. If you spend more than 7 days in an area, you should at least know what the locals do, what they like, what they eat, what they smell, whatever. So eat like the locals. You want to do a destination like the locals, go find their local food. I keep giving this example because it is where I've just been recently. If you head on to Uganda, you must have a Rolex. Seriously. No, I don't know where you're going to find that Rolex. Where are you going to find it? In any restaurant. Seriously, you ask for a Rolex, they will give it to you. It's a chapati with egg and salad and whatever else they might want to stuff in there, beans, whatever. You'll be ready to enjoy that Rolex if you go to area code 256. If you go on to Kenya, be ready to have barbecues every day. Those guys love their meat and they love to roast it and they love to eat it with salads, kachumbari, ugali, with lots of pepper. So get ready to do that. Heading on to the West Coast, Eco, I'm coming to you. I've got friends on the West Coast and they love fufu. Yes, they do. They love light soup. They love chicken. They love jollof rice. I think they do because every time they invite me to their home, I have those things in their home and they are their delicacies, plus several other things. They love fish as well. Take and eat it. If you come to Liverpool, surprisingly, locals love scouse. It's what the Liverpoolians, it's the local Liverpool dish. It's called scouse. Other people may call it katogo. It's really potatoes, carrots, whatever vegetable you can throw in with your beef or chicken or whatever meat you want to put in. Throw it in a casserole dish, put it in the oven and let it cook for hours, and it's delicious. You're going to throw in whatever you want to throw in and you have got scouse down pat. It is delicious. Some people also add a bit of ale in the meat as they marinate it. So there you go. You make me some fufu. I can't wait, James. Thank you. So there you go. You want to eat like the locals do. In Australia, the Aussies like to eat lots of pies. Seriously, they can eat pies and pie. If you haven't been to Aussie land, it's somewhere you should go. They love eating pies, and if you love eating pies, you love eating pies in Australia because they even have pie festivals. The Germans, they love drinking beer. They are beer drinkers par excellence. They have mugs that huge. My Paul has a big German mug. He got in Munich. We just pint. They have a pint in a pint jar. They don't have it in a glass, they have it in a jar. So you want to go to Germany, you'll have lots of sausage and lots of beer. They even have a beer festival, Oktoberfest, I think, usually in October. So there you go. Eat like the locals, mingle with the locals, learn a few local phrases so that you can fit in, and absolutely go shopping where the locals shop. Why? Because you will not be cheated. Most tourists go spend their moolah in the tourist shops, where they are charged premium for things that the locals would not pay even a quarter that price. So find where the locals shop, go shop there. You will save a ton of money. Now here's the thing, go with a local. Make friends with a local and go with them, because if you don't know the local language, you're definitely going to get fleeced in a local market. Also, you might be faced with pickpockets, so you want to, what of locals in Canada? Shakira, in Canada, let me remember. In Canada, we had a lot of meat. We had lots of breads. I wasn't very sure what the Canadians like to eat. Because at that time I wasn't open-minded about eating what the locals eat. I was one of those people looking, where is the matoke, where is the vinewa, give me my local food. and that's what I'm trying to say to you. Get out of that mindset, because I know a lot of people who come from where I come from, wherever they go, they want the food of where they came from, and you're like, wait, that's why you left where you came from to come and visit this place, so you can taste something different, and they want to eat the local food. People come to UK and they still tell you, so where is the potatoes, sweet potatoes at that, where is the plantain, where is the cassava, where is the luombo? No, eat some local food. Thank you, Mariah, thank you. Eat some local food. So find out whatever the locals eat in your area. Find the activities they do. Go find those activities. Go for a local sport event and mix with them. Learn some of their local languages. Try out some of the things that they like to do. You are going to enjoy your time like a local, and you will save a ton of money. I kid you not, because usually the things that are sold in the touristy areas are targeted at foreigners with lots of moolah in their pockets, burning a hole in there to spend. You'll be sold things like that are trinkets that even the locals wouldn't buy at prices you would not believe. So find that vibe outside of your usual tourist area. Now the thing is, you want to do that in broad daylight. You want to take your personal safety as priority. You want to travel smart. I have an amazing resource that can help you to travel like a digital nomad. Digital nomads are people who literally can go for months on a small budget and hit several destinations and have a ton of fun. And so you want to be a smart traveler. I have a free resource. It's literally free to get. Just go, and it's also fun to read. Go get it at pkjulesworld.com/smart. pkjulesworld.com/smart. So .com, don't forget the .com. So go get it and you enjoy it, and share it with somebody who loves to travel or is planning on traveling somewhere soon, or is planning to become a digital nomad, because that's what we get called, digital nomads. So they are also try and find a place where, now this could offend the vegetarians or vegans, but I love my meat, and I always try to find out what the local barbecue delicacy is. Different places, different barbecue thingies. Hey Neva, how are you doing? Some people eat crocodile, people eat lizards, people eat scorpions, people eat crickets, people eat grasshoppers. Whatever floats your boat, I'm good to try it if I'm in your area code. So absolutely try them out. After all, if the locals are eating them, there must be something good in them, or it might just be the taste. You never know, but at least you'll know. I'll never eat that in my life. Like, for instance, I'll never eat a snail ever again. I've eaten one. I didn't like the taste. I didn't like the way it felt down my throat. I literally was visualizing a snail while eating it, so probably it was a mindset thing. But hey, I know I tried one. I am yet to try frog's legs, but I know I will when I next go to Paris again, because they are a delicacy there. And why not? After all, apparently they taste like chicken, so I'm going to try them. So take picnics in the parks, enjoy the local ambience, the micro and macro weather. Enjoy it, because you never know whether you'll ever go back in that place. Now, if you don't know what else to do when you go to a place, and you just literally want to enjoy yourself without going to places that you are not very sure of, ask your hotel to hold a themed day of their local, a themed day. When we went to Punta Cana, we had every Wednesday. We were there for 10 days, and we had 2 Wednesdays. We straddled 2 weeks, and for the 2 Wednesdays we were there, they held a local themed night where they had themed music, dances, foods, and they even had things for people to buy, which were obviously at premium prices, so that you could enjoy a taste of the local Dominican style while you were there. So I can say that I had a taste of the local, even though I actually did go to the local village, to the local fishing village called Bahaibe, and enjoyed an afternoon there and had proper fish cooked by the locals. It was, oh, bal, it tasted, I was like, I've never eaten fish like this. So there you go. Hey Raymond, how are you doing? That's the best thing I ever got. Well, there you go, James. So guys, go out there, live your life. Here's the thing, this life is fatal. Nobody ever lives it alive. Some live it alive, some live it younger than others, some live it when they've lived their life and they've reached their boundaries and they are ready to go. The thing is, you don't know when your mark is up, because nobody knows when their mark is up. Until you, as long as you are breathing, you have an opportunity to go out there and dominate, because that's what you do. When you travel, you are fulfilling your divine destiny to rule, to reign, to dominate this world, this planet. You were created to do exactly that. If you stay in one place and you plant roots there, again, that's okay. As long as when you're planting your roots in that one place, you are actually doing it successfully, and you're prospering and creating abundance, and creating abundance not just for you, but for other people too. So I urge you every day to look for an opportunity to enhance your life. Every day to do something that makes you happy, that puts a smile on your face, that creates an experience that other people will say, ha, I'm so glad I met that Julie Seal. Do something that puts a smile on your soul, because one day your mark will be up. A lot of people say you live once. Wrong. You live several lives, because nobody is still a baby, but you absolutely exit once. Yodo, you die once. Guaranteed. So, guys, thank you for listening to me. On that somber note, you need to go see, do, and be more than you are today, because there is nobody to compete with but you. You're not competing with anybody. Don't convince yourself that you are. You are competing with you. So every day, make sure it was better than yesterday, and the day before, and the week before, and the month before. Make every day better than the day before by the things you do, the thoughts you do, the foods you eat, the sights you see. Go see those hotspots in your local area. If you live somewhere and you have not seen the local hotspots, and you cannot tell somebody who's come to visit you where they can go to enjoy the local sports, the local food, the local whatever, go find those out and live your life like you are meant to. Hey, Eva, how are you doing? Welcome. We are almost done. Absolutely. So go see the local hotspots in your local area, because at least you can say, I've been in my local area. I know where to go. I know where to eat the best fish. I know where to have the best barbecue chicken. I know where to have the best vegan meal, because I've been there, done that, got the tea. Live your life, because it is one life. It is one life. Make it the best. So you want to learn how to do that? Head on to my